Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I thought it would be really fun today to share with you a few tips and tricks that I have been using for years and years to make my wardrobe look more expensive. Now I get messages on Instagram all the time about how expensive my wardrobe looks, how high-end it looks, and where I'm buying these clothes from, and the amount of times I'm replying to you guys, you would not believe how affordable this outfit was. I've just used these tricks to make it look expensive. So I thought we could go through those methods today and explain to you how I'm using them to make my wardrobe look a little bit more high-end, a little bit more pulled together, and a little bit more expensive. So my first tip that I would share is to stick to a neutral colour palette. Now I know that might sound really boring, but you guys know I am the queen of the neutrals and I very proudly wear that crown. I love me a neutral colour palette, whether that's black, white, beige, cream, bisque. I love me a neutral. And part of the reason for that is because how much more expensive it makes your wardrobe look. If you have a wardrobe full of mismatching colours that don't go together, don't look cute, and can't be pulled out for different outfits, you may as well just not even bother. But having a neutral colour palette means that everything goes and you can pull out so many different pieces and style them together, and it looks really, really pulled together. Of course, there is nothing wrong with adding a pop of colour to your wardrobe, and I will occasionally invest in pieces that are a little bit more colourful, maybe like a red for Christmas time or some pastels in springtime, just to kind of bring my wardrobe into the current season and bring some trend pieces into my wardrobe. But 90% of it is neutral based, it is neutral toned, and that is how the pieces look so much more expensive. Now the next piece of advice that I would give is to invest in just a couple of luxury, designer or high-end pieces. Now this doesn't necessarily have to be a designer bag, but I wanted to bring this bag into it because you guys know I do not shut up about my Louis Vuitton. This is the Pochette Métis bag and I've worn it so much. I could literally be wearing a plain white tee, blue jeans and trainers, and I add this bag and my outfit looks expensive. I absolutely love this bag. I wear it with almost everything, and no matter what I'm wearing I get compliments on my outfit, and I genuinely think it's from adding the bag to it. Now, of course, it doesn't just have to be bags. You can also add other kind of designer or luxury pieces. So two things I'd recommend. Number one would be a pair of designer sunglasses, or at least high-end sunglasses, ones that you've invested just a little bit more money into that you know will last. I have a pair of Gucci sunglasses here, and I also put a prescription lens in them because I am literally as blind as a bat and I cannot see without a prescription in, so it makes my life a lot easier. I really like the Gucci sunglasses. These frames are just so classic and look absolutely killer. Now, another area that I would recommend investing in is a belt. I would definitely recommend getting a designer belt and going for something that is not going to go out of style, it's not going to date, and it's going to last you time and time again. Now, I've got the Gucci Double G belt. I don't know what the official name of this belt is, but it's the one that everyone and their dog owns. It's so overdone, but I don't even care because I love it that much. The fact that it's black and gold means that it goes with so many outfits. I particularly love wearing it with just blue jeans and a plain top, and adding the belt makes your outfit look so much more pulled together, and it makes it look like you've put so much more thought into it. So there's so many different designer belts that you can invest in. I will link a few down below that I would definitely recommend. I've got the YSL one on my wish list at the moment. That's the next thing I think I'm going to be investing in myself, and I just think they are the perfect way to elevate an outfit. Now, the next thing I would recommend looking into, and this is if you cannot afford to buy any luxury items or you don't want to be spending that much money on designer goods, would be to look for dupes on the high street. Now, I've done a whole video on the best designer dupes that I have found at the minute, so I will link that in the little eye icon. I'm not sure which side it is. I'll link that now so you can go and check that video out if you want. But another dupe that I wanted to show you is this gorgeous French Connection Half Moon bag. Now, does this not scream Aspinall of London to you? Or does this not scream Aspinall of London to you? This bag looks so much more expensive than it actually is, and is fairly well priced considering how well made the bag is. Now you can see it's got the half moon. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's got this gorgeous croc effect, and then the gold lettering of French Connection, and that to me is just the epitome of Aspinall of London design, and I think it makes the bag look so much more expensive. I really don't think there is anything wrong with dupes or brands that have been inspired by designers and bringing out their own more affordable versions of these items. I think it's a great way to dip your toe into the kind of more luxury market and make your outfit look a lot more expensive without breaking the bank. So I would definitely recommend looking into some designer dupes and scouting the high street for items that have been inspired by designers. Now, my next tip that I would give is to look for co-ords. Now, I have two co-ords here. One of them is high-end and one of them is high street. And I personally think it's quite difficult to tell the difference. What I just love about co-ords is that it really makes you look like you put so much effort into your outfit when really you've grabbed something off the shelf, shoved some trainers on and a tee, and you're out the door. I really love both of these co-ords and have worn them so much already, and I've had so many compliments. So the main one I wanted to focus on is this Naked Fashion co-ord. So this is the one that is high street. I don't know if any of you guys would have guessed it. I personally think it looks so much more expensive than it is. I'm gonna pop a couple of photos of me wearing it and styling up here so you can see what it looks like on. When I put this on my Instagram feed, so many people thought that this was from Revolve or something a lot more high end, and they couldn't believe it when I told them that it was a Naked Fashion co-ord. I think co-ords are a great way to look like you've really got your bish together and you've really thought about your outfit, when in actual fact you've literally shoved on the co-ord, put a couple of accessories on with it, and you're out the door. So if you want to look a lot more expensive, go for something that is a matching set, because nothing looks more pulled together than a matching set. Now, my next piece of advice is probably the most simple piece of advice I could give you, and that is add a blazer. That is the whole piece of advice for this one. Add a blazer. Whether you're wearing jeans and a jumper, whether you're wearing a hoodie and some trackies, whether you're wearing shorts and a top, chuck a blazer over the top and you look so pulled together. Now, this blazer is literally a high street number. It's from Dorothy Perkins. I'll link it down below. It's so affordable. It is fairly recent, so I think it should still be in stock, but I have got so much wear out of it already. The 4 buttons makes it look a lot more expensive than it actually is. Adding tailoring to an outfit really does pull it together, and it makes it look like you've put a lot more effort into what you're wearing. So adding a blazer over the top of literally anything can do that. Now, my next piece of advice would be to hunt the high street. Now, high street shops are really great at coming out with outfits and items and pieces that look so much more expensive than what they are, regardless of whether they are a dupe or they're inspired by designers. There are some pieces that I find on the high street and I genuinely cannot believe that they are from the high street. And exhibit A that I wanted to show you are these boots that you guys went nuts for on my feed. And I'm just gonna give you a minute. If you know where they're from, you know where they're from. But just, can we have some guesses as to where these are from? Because I guarantee you would not get it right. I'm just gonna give you like a minute so you can comment down below. Okay, we're good. These are from Matalan. These stunning square toe snakeskin print black boots are from Matalan Home, and they are so affordable. So being able to shop the high street and finding these really rare gemstone pieces in these shops is so important in making your wardrobe look more expensive. I literally could not believe when I found these, and I have worn them so much with so many different outfits and have gotten so many compliments, and people have thought these are designer. Like, genuinely, people have gone, where are your shoes from? You know, are they Balmain? Are they Gucci? And I'm like, they are from Matalan. Which, I absolutely love these. I think sometimes high street stores can do such a good job at creating really classic pieces that are not going to date in your wardrobe and are going to last the test of time. I think Matalan have done such an amazing job on these boots. The square heel and the kind of higher ankle bit, I don't really know what this is called, makes it look so much more expensive, and these are such a classic pair of boots that look so much more expensive than they actually were. Now, my last piece of advice that I would give is to invest in 1 or 2 more statement pieces. Now, I love a classic wardrobe, classic cuts, classic styles, classic colors, but sometimes it's really fun just to add something that really makes a statement. So the boots that I wanted to show you that I am adding into my wardrobe as a statement piece are these stunning boots. Now, these are from Aldo. They are the part of the collection with Tezza. I'm sure you guys all know who Tezza is. She's an absolute queen, and she created a collection with Aldo and did an amazing job, might I add. And I saw these boots and they are not my normal style. They're not normally something that I would be drawn to, and I was so drawn to them. And I think if you're drawn to them and you fall in love with them, then you should get them. So I'm adding these into my wardrobe as that statement item. If I'm wearing an outfit that I think maybe looks a little bit blah and I just don't know what to do with it, I'm gonna add these boots and pow. They're gonna look so good with so many different pieces. I really like the cowboy trend at the moment. It's very in, and the colourful snake print just looks absolutely insane. So I definitely say don't be afraid to invest in 1 or 2 pieces that are more statement. And when I do say invest, that doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. If you see something that is a bit of a statement item and you fall in love with it, buy it. So those are my best tips, practices and methods that I have been using to make my wardrobe look so much more expensive. So I hope these tips helped you out. Do leave a comment below if you think I missed anything out, and if there are any tips or methods that you use to make your outfit look more expensive, leave them in the comments. I'd love to get a discussion going and we can all share our wisdom with each other. So do be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see me more, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!